go over everything when you need them.
Welcome
But if
back,
you want my
everyone. We're
guess,
going to Far Harbor.
Hello.
in case.
Okay, yeah, I'm for some reason getting a better connection to Discord via
We'll go check it
Wi-Fi.
out. Thanks, Ellie. The Nakano residence.
I don't know how that works, but okay.
I guess it works, right?
Hey, as long as it works.
As long as it works. Okay, so what am I gonna do first? Am I going to do this detective case? Am I gonna do Far Harbor? Or am I? Well, I have to do Far Harbor before this. And then, so I don't need to do that. I have to do. So we want to do the detective case, or search Earl Sterling's house. So, or I can do Dangerous Minds.
Jesus Christ.
I don't really
Oh
want to
my
do Dangerous
God.
Minds. So,
This is so
we're
depressing.
gonna do the Disappearing Act. We're gonna go to that dude's house.
Someone remade the highway scene from from Deadpool with Ed, Edd and Eddie sound effects.
Oh, god damn it.
Can't believe you eat that food. Only one thing worth buying in the dugout inn. A real dynasty.
Back.
A lot of cigarettes.
Smoke them.
Nah. To search his house for clues.
What?
Here we go. Surgery receipt. Investigate the Mega Surgery Center.
Oh no, I can go into something absolutely horrible on Pixiv.
What's that?
Splatoon tag.
Oh!
Because keep in mind,
Porn.
Splatoon is fucking massive in Japan.
Yeah, I wonder why.
Alright. No weird oh, well, there it is.
There's an awful lot of blood leading into the surgery basement.
10 seconds. Oh, well,
Try and
nothing
find a
out.
way
Well,
down
there it
there.
is. Wonderful.
Doctor,
I hate this website,
New file.
but I fucking love it.
Do you have a legitimate medical concern? Is this about a facial reconstructive services?
Every time I go on Pixiv, I just imagine that one dude from the Iron Giant just screaming art.
Sometimes not as fastidious as I am.
You know what I'm talking about.
Here, the cellar key. Go
Just
check for yourself. I'm sure you'll find
art.
there's nothing going on here besides medicine.
Alright, where the hell did my Splatoon folder go? There it is. It accidentally got dragged into my Star vs. of Evil folder. Let's see. What do I have in there that I haven't posted in here?
Just about done. Our little mistake is finally going to be correct.
doctor.
Marco's tiny package.
You're not supposed to be down here, but that's okay. I can fix that. I can fix anything.
Take it easy, Doc. Let's talk. About Earl.
I didn't mean to do it. You have to believe me. Doc Crocker is a brilliant surgeon. No one dies under his care. No one dies.
So Austin,
They
have you ever
just
seen
walk away happy. Happy with
Star
my
Wars?
work, happy with their new
I've seen Star Wars.
Screaming, not bleeding
Look at
out
Discord.
on the floor. Earl, he just didn't want to be happy.
At this point, you should just keep Discord open on your other
Yeah.
monitor.
Oh my god.
So you can see the shit jokes I make.
You killed a man, Doctor.
Cause I'm full
You're
of
gonna
them.
pay for it. Put the gun down and come with me.
No. No one can find out. No one can
I'm just
find
full.
out.
That's my entire life, Austin. That's my contribution to this entire Discord. Shit jokes.
What's going on here? Is that Dr. Crocker? I think you... Where are you going? I'm reporting this. God, look at this mess.
That's too small to see. I never watched Star.
It's good. Yeah, it's good. I liked it. It was kind of funny. It had really nice animation. It's adult for a kid's show, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense.
It's like Gravity Falls, except it's a lot lighter,
Mhm.
but still has those themes.
I think all modern shows kind of have those themes
Miss
nowadays.
Perkins.
So, you find out
Well,
what
yeah,
else
but
is
very
going
few
on
of them
with
put them at the forefront. Like, Gumball is really good at putting it at the forefront.
Doc Crocker killed him during a botched surgery.
Because Gumball has entire episodes about, like, hey,
As long as he was
what
there,
about other
the computers or the
dimensions?
institute, but Crocker? Where's the doc now? Rotting in a cell, I hope.
And we all just sit here like, I'm sorry,
him
what?
and me. I had to put him
And
in.
then you have an
Didn't
existential
he?
crisis about
Sorry
what
to
decisions
that.
have
Here,
led to
take
this moment.
Sounds like you earned it.
I'll send word along. Let everyone down at the dugout and know what happened. Shame it couldn't be better news. Thanks again for closing this one out.
So it looks like you can just do Radiant quests for...
Perfect.
Hmm. The detective agency. Tubi isn't an anime girl.
No.
She's from a video game.
Yeah. Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if they made like a mini anime series.
Yeah, I guess.
Although I think Nier is way too big for it to just be a mini series. Also, how would you cram the obsessive, just beat you over the head themes of what does it mean to be alive? Because God,
What is consciousness?
that's the game. It's what is consciousness, the game.
What
Did I post in here Megumi being pregnant?
No?
So in the Konosuba visual novel, there's an ending where Megumi gets pregnant.
Oh. Well.
I'm really concerned about which version of Megumi it's based on.
Why? I mean, I
Be-
know she's a kid in the anime.
Well, in the anime, she's 14, but in the web novel, she's 17.
Oh. Hold up.
Both are concerning, but it's like,
But I mean,
oh,
if it's an after thing, maybe she's older, you know.
maybe, but they look pretty damn similar to how they look in current like source material.
I mean, yeah. But if you think about it, anime girls don't really change their look too much as they get older, you know.
No, but usually to show some sort of passage of time, they clearly show that. to some degree. But
I mean,
here,
isn't the age of consent in Japan 16?
okay, so I actually decided to research this because I see that pop up a lot. So I decided to just let the FBI track me, and I had to look into it.
You
And
googled
it
what's the age of consent in Japan?
I didn't just Google that. I looked into various like hopefully primary sources about about like exactly what the bylaws are, because there's a lot of conflicting evidence everywhere.
Yeah.
So apparently it's 13,
It-
but they can but if someone over the age of 16 or 17, they can't do it with anyone under the age of like 16 or 17.
okay.
So that's how that works, pretty much, from what I understood. So technically yes, but also technically no.
But how old is the guy?
Again, this is depending on if you're looking at the anime slash manga, he's 16 to 17. And if you're looking at it in the web novel, he is 20.
Oh. I mean, then I guess it's really not that bad.
Yeah, but still, if it's based off of the anime, she's 14 with a kid.
Yeah.
Unless, of course, they show this ending like there's some transition. Because again, this is in the visual novel, so you would have to play through the visual novel and work to get this specific ending.
I mean,
And frankly, I don't enjoy playing visual novels, so
no, I'm not a
if
visual novel fan.
so if you want it, you're gonna have to sit down and actually somehow find enjoyment.
If you want to get Megumin pregnant,
Alright, I'm gonna stop you right there.
Listening on the other end. Where is she? Where? What? Who are you? I'm sorry, but we don't have time for visitors.
I'm calling the
Wherever
police.
you're from.
FBI, open
I'm
up.
with Valentine's Detective Agency. You asked for help?
Oh, thank God. You have to get working right away.
Knock, knock, knock.
So, what's the story with you and Nick?
Ran with him on one of his cases a few years back, searching for some sort of lost heirloom. He needed a boat. Things didn't end well. Nick's client double-crossed us once we had what he was looking for. I still have some lead lodged into my hip, but we got out. And now, my daughter's missing, and there's only one detective agency I know of in the Commonwealth.
I'm here to help. Tell me what happened.
It's all thanks to this damn radio.
Our daughter Kasumi likes to fix things. The radio was her latest project.
She made contact with some kidnapper who lured her away from us.
Or maybe she left on her own. She's not a child anymore. Our daughter is 19. She knows how to survive, and she's capable. I think maybe she left because she wanted her
If you
own
have a
little
car, your friend don't need bike walk if ride horse not.
I'll find her. Don't you worry.
Thank you. Her room is
It's okay,
upstairs.
Austin. I'm merely having a stroke.
I'm. Yeah.
You're just gonna be like, all right, well, Jufro's dying.
It's about time.
Finally.
Finally. No.
From beyond the grave, I will come back in here to post shit.
I'll just be getting posts from the ghost of Jufro. And we'll be like, why is there still lolly porn here?
My urge to wank transcends death.
Project log? Myself. I never really thought about who or what I
Not
was.
even the Reaper can hold me down.
The radio. I was right about the range. I managed to get a say they're all synths. Synthetic people. Made by the Institute. They're trying to build a place for their kind. Where they can be themselves and be accepted for
Just
what they are
imagine. I'm on my deathbed. The actual apparition of the Reaper actually shows himself around. Is just like, why won't you just die?
Shows herself around, and she's an anime girl with thick thighs.
It's like, this is why.
I can't remember, and I've been having strange dreams. I'm going to go to meet these synths. I have to know the truth about myself. They've told me to sail up north to a town called Far Harbor. I can make my way to them from there.
Have you finished your investigation? Did you find everything?
I think I know where Kasumi went. A place called Far Harbor.
She went that far up north? God, that explains why she took the boat. There's no time to waste. You have to go after her.
Wait, did you find out why she left, Detective? Who she was speaking to?
So what's up with this scheduled
Because I know my
reminder
daughter,
of
and if she
your
didn't
one of your
know where she
videos,
went, then she had a reason. Though you wonder
What?
Austin?
if she wants to be
Wait, what?
It says scheduled for 10:03 at 1 p.m. And it says I'm making SS13 videos, but they take a smidge to get going. And it says set reminder. I can set a reminder for your videos.
It's a stream.
Yeah, I know, but why is it giving me a reminder? And the reminder's already over.
And
Like,
I didn't
it's already
start
too
it at
late.
1. I started it like 5 minutes ago.
Crazy.
She's not a synth.
I was in class at 1.
We raised
I don't know. Well, 1 o'clock for me.
Oh yeah, maybe yeah.
Austin, you're an idiot.
It doesn't matter
Okay,
if your
but-
daughter is a
Why am I an idiot?
Nakano. She's still
Yes.
a person who needs help.
But my daughter isn't a synth.
Hold on a second.
Someone twisting my daughter's mind. You have to get to Far Harbor. Take my ship on the dock. It has a guidance system, a final gift from my father, and it's built for distance.
I'll get to the bottom of this, Kenji.
Thank you. I know you haven't asked for this.
I want to tell the railroad about the Synth Refuge first, before I do anything else. My phone just did a vibrate. It's because my battery power is 7%, and I got a notification that I am live on my channel. I had no idea I was live. Oh, what? Oh, they have.
Been panicked about the new thing floating in the sky.
Oh. The boss thing. The Brotherhood of Steel.
Aliens are real.
Enough! The blimp is called the Pridman, and it's operated by the Brotherhood of Steel. The Brotherhood of Steel are a formidable, highly advanced order, and they've come here to destroy synths. Spread the word. The Brotherhood are our enemies. There's no possibility of peace. Tinker Tom is spearheading a fail-safe plan to deal with this Brotherhood. Codename Red Glare. But for now, we monitor them and keep them clear of our operations. The focus remains on the Institute. You've all got jobs to do. Do them. The
Heads
business
up,
and good neighbors
Tom's got more
included,
goodies in
right?
stock.
The
Check with him.
extent of our operation there is quite sensitive.
Desdemona.
H222 made it out of the compounds. It's a tradition to down a glass for your first successful run. Well done. I don't want to talk about Blackwood. Carrington is sure to give me an earful.
Desdemona.
Establishing Mercer Safe House is a sign you're on the road to your Operation Jackpot was a success. We're running parallel as well on supplies. Good work on Augusta. I'd rather know the hard truth than live in ignorance.
I want to tell you about the.
Desdemona, it's not
What?
an easy road you've chosen. But you
What?
never lose.
She has so many voice lines
Compartmentalized
that I need to get
Does.
through to tell people.
Also, Brendan made it to Wisconsin without dying in Chicago.
He did.
I don't know how he didn't die. Fucking. There's bulletproof windows in the fucking library. Who shoots up a library?
Boss called me in on account of some rumors making their way through the Commonwealth. There's word that there's some kind of colony of
Also, I'm really happy that Brendan's on vacation because that means I have a lot of time to cover as much ground as I can.
I'm following a lead on a place called Bar Harbor.
Never heard of it.
Hell yeah.
Doesn't mean it's not connected though. If you're already looking into it, don't let me stop you. Just let me know if you find
Watch, I'm gonna get really close to, like, actually becoming top tier on the server again, and then Brendan's just gonna kick me and re-add me.
So that you're low level?
So that I'm back to 0.
That'd definitely be something that Brendan would do.
Yeah. And it makes me sad because, like, there's no place for me to actually see the bots. Because I don't actually have any power on here for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
Even though he says, like, oh yeah, no, you do.
No, we don't. We have no power.
It's like, god damn it, Brendan.
I can't jump.
White men can't jump.
That's correct. Look how pretty the water is. It's so pretty. I'm like, man, I could really use a little bit of a snack right now. And then I'm like, I have fruit snacks. Hell yeah. Motherfucking fruit snacks. Is that Miku? Or Sona?
Yes.
Oh, okay,
Miku.
Miku. Yeah, because Miku is like Sona but flat, or the other way around. Sona is like Miku but massive.
Stacked.
Just fucking gigantic, mate.
Fucking gigantic tights. Okay, no, we're gonna listen to the stonking great tits 0 punctuation clip.
Are you lost? This is Far Harbor. We don't get many visitors around here.
We don't need no freeloaders or more help, mainlander. So you can get back in your boat and leave.
Alan, this isn't your dock. It belongs to the whole town. And that means strangers are welcome. Sorry, you've caught us during a difficult time. But Alan's got a point. Not all visitors have good intent.
A young woman from the Commonwealth named Kasumi may have passed through here. The family hired me to find her.
Some sort of detective, huh? Well, she came through here all right.
Damn it. Mariners incoming.
Something's coming through the fog! You, help us defend the town, and I'll answer any questions you have.
It kind of makes me sad that most of what people post for Miku is like old ass songs, and that's all YouTube gives me. Cause it's like, hey, I wanna listen to new shit.
Something's out there.
You sure you saw something?
This ain't a drill.
Wow, this is really ominous because
Eyes peeled, everyone.
What?
with all my mods, this fight is really ominous.
You're ominous.
I've got wounded out here.
There's no time. Look to through the fog. They're coming.
Helpers! For God! Defend yourselves!
Ready all! Fire at will!
God, I can't see him. Ow. They're Molotoving me.
You or me? It's over.
No. Eyes on the fog. Something's coming.
You know what? Actually, no. I have to go to school because I actually have a meeting with my professor. Fuck. Well, I don't have one scheduled, but like I have to go to his office hours.
Yeah.
Fuck. All right. Goodbye.
Peace out.
Open the gate!
Deathcore hand, nice.
In the deep fog, there are things out there. Avery.
And now you see what we're up against. The fog and the creatures it spits out have taken the whole island from my people. For your help when we needed it. You deserve this.
If you managed to survive despite all that, you must be tough.
Ornery, more like. I'm
done cowering behind your damn hull, Avery. Time you let me deal with the real problem. With the right people and my guns, I can end those Children of Adam cultists for good.
The fog's been here forever. The children didn't make it.
Before the Rat Eaters came, the fog was under control. They come, and it all goes wrong. It's time we do something.
No need to burden a stranger with all this nonsense.
Sounds like you should deal with the children of Adam. Permanently.
The mainlander sees the sense in all this.
I will do everything in my power to keep the peace here. So go, Alan. Sorry for all that. You're here for Kasumi, right? She headed inland to the Synth Refuge, Acadia. Getting there will be dangerous. You'll need a guide. Old Longfellow. No one knows the fog like him. But, word of warning, he's a bit of an acquired taste.
I don't need a guide.
I don't recommend going it alone. If you change your mind, best place to look for Longfellow's the bar, the last plank. Before you do that, though, please, lend a hand around town if you're able. Even if it's slapped away. People like the Mariner and Cassie and others need help. And let me say something you might not hear again. Thank you.
I don't think I have a choice. I think I have to talk to old Longfellow. Oops. Yeah, I have to. I don't know. I don't have a choice. I'll help the people of Far Harbor and Acadia. But I'm getting rid of the Children of Adam.
Captain Avery said you can get me to Acadia?
There was a scuffle out there. You get your hands dirty? I'm done leading people to their deaths in the fog. Last fella couldn't keep up. Within the last 5 minutes.
I'm not some no-name mainlander. I'm tough enough for your little island.
Sling a bit of lead on the hull, and now you think you're ready to walk in the fog, do you? Things you'll see inland make that look like a Sunday stroll.
I helped the harbor out. I figure all of you owe me something, at least.
If you're looking to square away some debt with the harbor, then you can get in line behind me. Listen, if you're dead set on this foolishness, get me a bottle of whiskey from the bartender, Mitch. Until then, we're done.
We're the only
Hey
bar
there.
in town.
Mainlander, today's your lucky day. Free beer for ya. Ha ha!
Do you have anything a bit stronger?
Ha ha! I like your style, but no. So, drink up. Stay here over long.
Sure. What do you have?
Music to the ears.
Hi.
You got my whiskey yet?
Here you go.
Ah, now you're talking. I can get you to Acadia. But you've got to listen to me. Go where I say, when I say it. Still won't be easy. You stock up on your necessities, Rad X and the like. And then the real work can begin.
Let's go, Longfellow.
Follow me.
Time to go say hi to Acadia. And then I will go and do my railroad quest. Honestly, doing a lot of Far Harbor probably wouldn't be a terrible idea.
Head out of town. Acadia is above the fall. You might want to take this road. Face foul to see. It'll help. Old mountain. Fog ain't like nothing but secret company. There's a rattle.
Looting. Oh, there's really nothing in here. That first aid pack. About it. Stim pack. Come on. Good night. Where did he go?
See the fog in the number. Get you all turned around. There's something in your brain. Rappers will mean to begin with. The mountain's red. Stick to this and you make it to Acadia. Game trails crisscross the road. Don't be surprised if we got local wildlife to deal with.
Speak of the devil.
We ain't alone.
Oh, did I just sneak attack dog? I think I just sneak attacked doggo. Sorry, doggo.
Still got a ways to go.
developers were fighting Mirelurks, huh? Oh, wow.
Gopher's got a fondness for fresh water. Small gopher, the ones in these parts, fair challenge. Now the big ones, they can grow 2-3 times the size of a man. Good thing you don't see too many of them. All right, put your hide. What was that?
You just come over here to hide in the tree? While I kill all the ghouls, and you say you're the good, experienced one. Jeez.
Hold there. Stringing one more soul to their damnation, old man?
Well, what have we here? Another rad worshipping lunatic. That's what.
Your barbs do not harm me. I am shielded by my faith.
How about bullets? Faith shield you against those too?
Go ahead and shoot her then.
She ain't worth wasting ammo on. Too bad I left my hunting knife at home.
Do not sully this one with your blasphemy, old man. You. I suggest you go no further. Acadia is a nest of snakes. Beasts that subvert the will of Adam.
What's Acadia done to make you distrust them?
They supply Far Harbor with the means to turn back Adam's holy fog. You'd do well to avoid such creatures, and instead seek the only true master of this land.
You do know you're crazy, right?
Watch yourself, outsider. You walk through Adam's kingdom now.
If you're done wasting time with a fanatic, let's go. Up ahead, the air's clean. No fog. Acadia's not too far now. And we've arrived. Acadia's already been watching us for a good spell. If you want to talk with them, just go inside. They'll be waiting for you. You need my help again. You come see me. Got a cabin just outside of Far Harbor. Good place to tool up your gear, get some rest, or get stinking drunk. Just make sure if you're bringing a bottle of something strong, there's enough to share.
Maybe later, Longfellow.
All right, but I'm serious about the offer. You ever want to hunt the forests and waters of the island together? I could think of worse things to do.
Talk to the leader of Acadia. Demon. Level up. Here, what do I got? Oh, rifleman. "20% more damage" means 20% more damage.
You know, when I first climbed this mountain above the farm, I Synthkind welcomes you as long as you welcome us.
I came here looking for Kasumi Nakano.
Really? I'm impressed. Few would brave the kind of journey you've had for the sake of someone else. Kasumi is here. She's safe and unharmed, and you're free to see her if you'd like. Before you do, though, tell me, you think Kasumi is a synth?
She's human, and she has a family waiting for her.
But imagine what it means if you're wrong. If Kasumi is a synth, then she doesn't have a family. She never had one. Think about how she must feel. None of us take this transition lightly. She's facing the possibility of her entire life being a lie. That someone stripped her very identity from her and made her into something she isn't. I want you to understand that before you see her. She has a chance here to live as a synth, not hiding, not pretending to be something else. One more question, if you'll indulge me. You're here for Kasumi, but I suspect there could be another reason you came to us. Tell me, are you a synth?
I'm a human being, not a synth.
Are you sure? I don't mean to question you, but what's the first memory you have?
I remember being in my house the day the bombs fell. We ran to the vault. We were frozen. I was the only survivor.
No memories before then? Just a single day, and then waking up alone? We so easily accept what's presented to us as the truth, don't we? Isn't it funny how a memory can feel like a whole different reality? People, places, even sounds and colors can change. Or someone else has changed them. I won't lie to you. There will always be other explanations. Trauma, disease, the background radiation. They all take their toll on the mind. But I can promise you that we will accept you, no matter what you decide you are.
I'm not a synth. End of discussion.
I understand. I won't pry any further. Acadia is open to you. Feel free to walk the grounds. Introduce yourself. Kasumi is usually working down below, whenever you wish to see her. Is there anything else you'd like to...
I'm part of a group that helps synths. A railroad.
Really? I don't understand why a group dedicated to helping synths would convince them through fear that their only option is to hide. Yes, they volunteer for the memory wipe. Yes, not knowing you're a synth makes it harder for the Institute to find you. But the cost, I know how frightening it is. The risk of capture. But sacrificing what you are, avoiding the true struggle to be accepted as our own form of life?
Ideals aren't going to protect escaped synths. We do what we have to.
I know that's what you think. I just... No, I shouldn't judge. I'm over here, far from the Commonwealth, in relative safety. Is there anything else you'd like to discuss?
I should get going.
Of course.
Perhaps we're in there a long time. Are you feeling all right?
I'm fine.
Sometimes I feel like you don't worry enough. You know we blew 3 more relays this week. I'm coming in. You stay right there.
Circuitry is completely fried.
Kasumi Nakano?
Sorry, I'm right in the middle of something.
I'm a detective. I was hired to find you.
You're a what? You came all this way for me? Look, my mom and dad, I mean, those people that were taking care of me, they wouldn't want me back. Not if they know the truth.
Kasumi, listen to me. You're not a synth.
Believe me, I've thought about that. How you can never really know. But it just answers so many questions. I thought if I just left, it would be easier for them. How would that conversation have gone anyway? I've been lying to you this whole time? Your real daughter is dead and I replaced her?
You haven't replaced anyone. Kenji and Rei are still your parents.
I really wish that was true. If I wasn't a synth, things would be so much simpler. Acadia isn't what I thought it was. There's more going on here than just the refuge. But I can't leave until I've gotten to the bottom of it. I've been running long enough.
If something's going on, then I can help. Just tell me what's happening.
I don't know how you could. Wait, of course you can help. You find things, track down answers. That's what you do, right? That's why you came after me. What if I told you that there's a secret? A big secret here on this island. Something way more important than just one lost girl.
All right. I'm listening.
Okay. Where to begin? You saw all those computers that Dima's hooked up to, right? They hold his memories, or offload data from his brain. Or maybe some combination of both? Well, Faraday asked me to help do some repairs on them. And, you know, I got curious. There's like a century's worth of life experiences in there. And that's when I see it. Data models Dima has been making. One was the fog taking over Far Harbor. Another was a nuclear detonation on the island. Plus, death counts. What if Dima is so open and welcoming because he's actually hiding something from us? A plan to wipe out the rest of the island.
I'll help if I can, but that's not much to go on.
I know. I've been working on that, but I haven't had much luck. I keep seeing Dima, Faraday, and Chase head into the laboratory at the other end of the hall. Then they come out later looking like they've been arguing. There's actually a storage space right next to there. It'd be a perfect spot to hide and eavesdrop, but it's been locked up. I've also tried breaking into Faraday's terminal, since he and Dima are so close, but the security on it is crazy.
Eavesdropping on the next meeting sounds like our best bet. I'll see if I can find a way inside that room.
Okay. Good luck, and come back as soon as you found anything.
Time to eavesdrop on people. What's on the next block? As I fuck it up royally.
Nice.
There's a lot of good looting here.
To accomplish this without bloodshed. Far Harbor and the children of Adam have a right to exist on this island, the same as us.
They're going to kill each other, Dima. There's no stopping it. We need to pick a side now.
Haven't we already picked a side? Building the fog condensers around Far Harbor wasn't exactly a neutral act.
We couldn't stand by and let the people of this island die to the fog.
Just like you couldn't just leave the Cult of Adam without a home? Giving them the submarine base was a mistake. The nucleus, as they're calling it, is basically one big fortified position.
Far Harbor had cast them out. They have strange beliefs, but they have always accepted us for what we are. And Confessor Martin was a friend.
Well, the new Confessor isn't. High Confessor Tectus is an unstable megalomaniac, and he's gonna keep threatening us as long as we're helping Far Harbor.
Guys, can we talk about the elephant in the room? We keep dancing around it.
My old memory banks in the submarine base.
I can't believe you never told me about those. I have to wait until they become a security risk.
I know how it looks in hindsight, but at the time, it was an act of trust. I was honestly more worried they'd accidentally trip the pre-war security and get hurt, giving the children my old home, allowing them to safeguard my old memories. I thought our people would be working together.
Just how secure are the banks? How long do we have? And what's in them?
I've gone over this before, Chase. I don't know what's in them. That's how it works. It's as close to forgetting something as I have, but I've run some projections of worst-case scenarios. If we do nothing and the wrong knowledge falls in the wrong hands...
So send me over there. I'll be in and out in a day.
We can't risk it. They know you're from Acadia. If you're caught, or even seen, then it's war.
We should at least prepare her to go in. We're running out of options. I say we tell her how to crack into the memory banks.
You've been working on this without me?
It came up in a private moment, Chase. But yes, we've been writing a program that will let you access and download my memories. It's not going to be like a normal hack. You'll be breaking through a version of my own mental network. It'll consider you to be an intruder. I've loaded the program with some instructions I've recorded that will help guide you through it. I'm afraid it's difficult to explain without seeing it for yourself.
I'm finishing up some tweaks to the program right now. I'll leave a copy of it for you on my desk when I'm done.
Get the program, use it to break into the memory banks. Got it.
Hopefully you won't have to. We'll keep monitoring the situation. I only want you going in if we have no other choice.
I'm gonna talk to Dima. Because I can just go in.
Dima?
Feel free to say whatever is on your mind.
Well, I know you left some of your memories behind in an old submarine base. That you're worried the children of Adam will get to them.
You've been busy. I was hoping you were taking your time learning more about us. Huh. I suppose you have. Maybe this is an opportunity for both of us. I can't send any of my people without risking the children of Adam linking them back to Acadia. But you're new to the island.
I'm picturing your memories as just one massive holotape that the children of Adam are using as a cocktail.
I suppose that's your version of, yes, I'll help? Before I begin, how much do you know? Did you have any questions for me? About Far Harbor, the children of Adam, or my memories?
You're keeping Far Harbor safe, is that it?
Not exactly. They're fiercely independent. But the fog was starting to choke more and more of the island. So I proposed a trade. We would give them the technology to keep the fog at bay, in return for them being a lifeline to the outside world. A safe dock, and a place to buy supplies. Unfortunately, the children of Adam view the radioactive fog as a holy portent, and their bloodied history with Far Harbor puts us at odds.
The children of Adam on this island. You were helping them?
Yes. I know their faith in radiation as a type of god is a bit different. But who am I to judge? I was using a submarine base as a home when Martin and his followers stumbled inside. They had been cast out of Far Harbor for their beliefs. When I left to found Acadia, I knew the base would be in safe hands. They needed a home, a place to belong, just like I did. But now Martin is gone, and his successor, Tectus, wants to finally end the feud with Far Harbor by letting the fog swallow them.
I know all I need to.
Then my plan is simple. Pose as a recruit and infiltrate the children of Adam. Gain access to their base in the old command center, guarded by some pre-war security measures. You'll find my memory banks. I'll give you the program you need in order to access my memories. Bring me anything you find. It's not going to be like a normal hack. You'll be breaking through a version of my own mental network. It'll consider you to be an intruder. I've loaded the program with some instructions I've recorded that will help guide you through it. I'm afraid it's difficult to explain without seeing it for yourself.
I'm gonna replace all your memories with pictures of cats. Meow.
Well, I suppose that would certainly make remembering some of my darker hours more fuzzy. In all seriousness,
I wonder if the female sarcastic quotes are
the
different than
risks
the
you're
male
taking on our
sarcastic quotes.
behalf. It's in all our best interest that you succeed. One more thing before you leave. Whatever you do, don't assault the children of Adam directly. Our ultimate goal must be to bring peace. If you attack them, they'll consider themselves at war with the outside world.
Well, I'm not going to attack them. I'm just going to nuke them. How about that? That'll do, right? It'll be nice and easy. Flick the switch and run.
Turns out Dima's earliest memories are in the hands of the children of Adam. He's afraid of what they're going to find.
So, is that what those death projections were about? It wasn't Dima planning to destroy the island. He's worried the children of Adam will. Or is he still hiding something? What could be in those memories that he would leave them behind? Is there really something in them that's dangerous? Do you have a way in? Into his memories? Assuming you can get past the children of Adam, of course.
I got this program that Faraday and Dima...
What the fuck is Doggo doing?
...supposed to help me access the memory banks.
Really?
Did you just see Doggo in the background?
That work. When I was taking a peek in the computers he has here, Dima was hooked up to his chair. I was just tapping into it. I wonder if you'll need to, connect to the old banks the way he does? Some kind of connection between your head and the computer. I'll bet that's it. And then Faraday's program would be translating Dima's thoughts and data, helping you through any security guarding it. I'm sorry, I'm making assumptions. It's just, well, it's a little exciting, isn't it? You'll let me know what you find? I'll keep an eye on things here.
I'll get Dima's memories, and then we'll figure out things from there.
Good luck.
500 bottle caps. Alright. Best left fuck out. This is the I was thinking of a really fancy word and it slipped my mind. It's the quintessential one. It was fancier than that. It was fancier than saying quintessential. So, I would like to tell the railroad. I do want to help. I do want to finish probably both of these quests. But I'm nuking the fuck out of the children of Adam. And I have to go to the Vim Pop Factory. But I'm going to have to go to the Vim Pop Factory anyway because that That's where the, I guess that's where the body of Captain Avery is, so. I guess I don't really need to worry about that one. Let's go to the Vimpot factory. It's a bit of a trek southwest, but I can make it. This looks very similar to the observatory at Kip Peak. To the 0.9 meter that I was using for observations.
Katie has been so welcoming. Still can't believe this is real.
Kind of the same platform to dome ratio kind of style. But not quite, but much higher tech. Just thought I might pat myself in the back there. Wow, look at how pretty this place is. Hop down a mountain. I think I'm going to keep using the RE56 here, 556 here, because it's pretty solid. I think Pond House is Old Longfellow's house, isn't it? Oh no, it's just a focal point. Oh my. Trapper hideout. A ruthless trapper. Oh, shit. God, just die. Maybe I should be using my railway rifle. We did probably one-shot most of the things on this island. God, doggo, it's son of a blood leaf. Just a random house in the pond. Trapper hideout. % battery. I probably should charge that before I go to Astro Lab. I'll be right back. I gotta grab my charger. And while I'm at it, let's just grab a soda. Crack open a cold one.
Yes.
I'll just take all of that stuff. Hell yeah. Erratic red stick. Odd. Call 1-800-REPORT Spotted a commie devil. Oh god. Who's this? Oh boy, ghouls. Legendary Beowulf Reaver. 50% damage against ghouls. Who's next? So this has to be like in one of the islands of Maine, like just off of Cape Cod, right? Fucking damn dog. Who was he? picking up gun mods for when I finally get rank 4 gun mods. Come to think of it, I haven't used my M14 in a while. I mean, I only have 600 some ammos. Let's see here. We should still be going like southeast towards the Vim factory. There it is. It's just, dude, those are trappers. Oh, fuck with that. The water's still nice and crystalline blue here, but not very clear. All right. Honestly, probably wouldn't be a better time to use the revolver, not to use the M14, because super mutants. God, what the fuck? They're shooting at me? Good knowing. I think they're above me, yeah.
Something there. Stupid noises. That sound, what is it?
Way up there. How do I get up there? You have to go through the factory itself.
Gonna splatter your brains!
What? What? I just shot the rocket out of the air. I just shot the fucking rocket out of the air. I'm a fucking god. Breaching clear. Clear. This is the R&D. This is R&D. Research and development. Ah yes, Vim Captain's Blend. Wait, was that a hermit crab hatchling? Oh, that's a spoiler. There's a big hermit crab. Spoilers. I think I killed the big one over here. Just trying to clear the outside. CEO's office. Can barely hear the Discord chat. And I am making ss13 videos again. I have been on ss13. Favorite CEO's password. But I'm trying to edit them actually.
No fight today.
And I'm waiting for my editing software to confirm purchase.
Got it.
I had my mic a little far away. Oh, I know where I am. Get fucked. Come on, where are you? Fuck. This gun is balanced. 150% balance. No, I figured out Fermicam. I'm just trying effectively to make a good video. I've been on a couple of times. First game back, I got autofilled captain, pretty much, because I had captain on low before I left, and I'm like, I probably shouldn't be head of anything. But I'm like, I just got in like a couple minutes before round start, and I was captain. And then I was captain again, and I'm like, fuck it, whatever. And the first time it was a revolution, and I won. I died, but I got brought back to life. And then after I was done being captain, I was the head of personnel. Well, the second game I was captain was, it wasn't a revolution, it was just normal. It was taters, and they didn't do very well. But I did get to call the shuttle, and the station kind of went to shit pretty quick. And then I was HOP for a round, and that was very uneventful. And then I was security, I have that round recorded. And then I was bartender, and I was a cultist, and it didn't work out very well, so I just deleted that recording. And I'm hopefully going to play this weekend. I'm not playing right now because I have Astrolab in 2 hours. And I want to, not be stuck in a round. Yeah, the problem with being a cultist bartender is that I had a captain that was extremely paranoid, so he wouldn't give anyone any kind of permissions or anything. So I was just stuck, because bartender doesn't have any access whatsoever. So I just couldn't do anything. I didn't have main access. None of the other cultists that had maintenance access were putting teleports, so I couldn't hop around. We pretty much got found out right away. So it just didn't go well. Who was the QM? I don't know who the QM was. You can ask for mining access to get lava land brews. Yeah, I guess. But I don't think there was a QM that round. Because I think the only head was the captain, because there wasn't an HOP or anything. So he just kind of didn't let anybody go anywhere. And the security office and yeah. There was very little I could do. And then the other people in my cult just refused to help me out. Fucking... Yeah, so there wasn't much I could do. But it's fine. I was kind of floundering for a while. I tried my best to pick the cult up after all but 3 of its members got eliminated, and I converted some people, but it just wasn't enough. They deconned me and I crowd out, and I was just done. It was like 10 o'clock at night as well. And I'm sick, so... Speaking of... Shit! Oh, shit. It's 10 o'clock and I was sick and I was done, so I just crowed out. I didn't really have the mental capacity to single-handedly carry a cult. It was a blood cult, not clock. So I'm just, yeah. And I had an exam that day. I got back from an exam and I'm like, I'll play some ss13. And then I got bartender cult and I'm like, oh, fuck me. Fuck me, Jerry. So... I just deleted that recording, and I have currently the trial version of Sony Vegas. Oh yeah, I guess. You probably have common sense enough for that, but I'm just trying to clarify. But yeah, I have the trial version of Sony Vegas, but it won't let me render anything that's more than 2 minutes. So obviously not a whole round of Space Station 13, no matter how much I edit it. So I have to wait for so I have to wait for my license to clear and get that done. So there's that. What the fuck? I am fucking lost in this place. Jesus Christ. Because I want to start editing my Space Station 13 videos at least a little bit. Make the picture a little clearer and fast forward the slow bits. Because as much as I look back and I see my ss13 stuff, I'm like, yeah, this is great, but I want to actually try, you know? Supercut? No, I'm not going to cut that much. And I'm pretty sure I bought a pirated version online because it was only like $2 for Sony Vegas, so... I'm not an over-editor, I just want to get some of the boring shit out. If I'm security, sometimes I'll just be running around and not do anything for a while. And then it's like, well... Or, you know, or if I'm chemist, if I'm making basic chems, I'll just get that done really quick, and then, you know, be done with it like that. So, I think this is terminal. And then maybe I'll add some, like, subtitles, or some stuff like that. R-O-L-L-S. Nope. R-O-L-L-S.
Got it.
I don't like over-editing. I think you lose kind of the glorious Space Station 13 when you edit it to hell. Because you've already got the, you know, pretty much 8-bit quality that comes with your ss13, and if you just overcut it and, like... Because I like videos that are comedic, you know, you have the 10-minute long videos where it's just, you know, 10,000 clown honks all edited together, you know, but that's not my style. And I want the fast forward over cutting because if you cut your video to pieces, a lot of times you're going to end up with things that are lost, like information pertinent to the context of what you're doing. Like if you cut from scene to scene, you'll be like, yeah, but why are you currently the HOP in engineering setting up the supermatter? Because, surprise, surprise, when I was the HOP, the engineers were completely and utterly incompetent, and I had to be setting up the SM on Delta after 3 months of not playing Space Station 13, and I've never set up the SM on Delta. Well, I was a sec during a questionable but not confirmed antag round where one of the botanists was making tomatoes that when you throw them, they EMP a large area. So, yeah, I arrested him. And in that same video, the clown, who wasn't an antag, suicide bombed. Suicide bombed cargo for little to no reason, actually. And making shadow emission bananas with added liplicide for non-stop slip. I mean, honestly, if I was a botanist, I would just give those to the clown. I have made bananas and I gave Space Lube Liplicide bananas with with gaseous emission and laughter to the clown and got lynched for it. pretty much. So there's that. So the first thing that he did with his EMP tomatoes is break onto the bridge. True. You do die pretty fast. I don't do 35% liplicide. What are you using, deathweed? I do like 15% liplicide.
Hey there. Good to see you again. Have you been able to confirm those stories about a group of synths up north?
You heard right.
Yeah, and oh god, if you get Romerol, you might as well be an antag at that point. A botanist also got tomatoes that gave you wings. No, potatoes that gave you wings.
They
So.
could absolutely use the railroad.
Oh, normal cannabis is
Maybe the
35%?
best news I've heard in a long time. Look, I'll head up. Thanks, Bullseye. This could make a huge difference for you.
Yeah, that's a lot. Especially if you have densified chemicals. Whew.
I was expecting their sins to be moved by now. The problem's on their side. Your work, as always, has been exemplary. Happy to help. I'll send word to Mr. Timms. He needs to start moving synths and stop making excuses.
There's more going on than you know. Trust me.
Excuse me.
Hey, you placed another one of my babies. We got the Commonwealth wired up, my friend. I'm big enough to admit it. So the Institute terraforming the planet theory didn't pan out. But with a few modifications, I can see if someone's messing with the tectonic stability of the Commonwealth.
I am. It gives lava land extract, which pretty much fucks your day if you overdose it. 2% mint and 6% sugar. Okay. Or is it the leaf that has the lava land extract? Because I know lava land extract is like super duper like crazy shit. Because what it'll do is it gives you these super duper healing chems, but if you take more than like 2 units, you just die. It's what's in the survival meta pens that the miners have. Yes, the lizards. Lizards are always fun to deal with when you're a miner. Alright, let's keep doing this quest. And I'd live stream Space Station 13, but I'm not going to live stream Space Station 13 for obvious reasons. Hey guys, why don't you come on in for the live stream of Space Station 13 where you can follow along with everything that I'm doing at all points in time and know if I'm an antag and metagame the fuck out of it. I haven't done too much as a lizard, as a lava land lizard. I've done pretty much fighting as lava land lizard, and then asshat miners come in, and no, that's not the new meta. And asshat miners come in and lure the ash-drake to your base, who then just fucks everyone's day up. And fuck you, miners, unironically. Because if you're just like, yeah, I'm a miner, I'm gonna go grab bubblegum and sprint towards the lizard tendril, you're an asshole. Like, I'm not even a lizard, and you're an asshole. Felius is a 100% feline, and he still thinks you're an asshole if you do that. I've had Miner on high for like the last 4 games that I've tried to get into, and guess what? Can't get it. And abuse the RCD, yeah. What the fuck did Jufro just post? I am not even gonna. That's cropped porn. Hold on. I'm sorry, I'm like, what the fuck did he just post? My friends are just dropping some fat porn in the fucking... I don't know. No, fuck you, Jufro. I'm going to jail! Oh man, I'm not that much of a power gamer. I need to start really getting back into ss13 and like fucking people's day. I need to. So Fermichem messed with my fucking grenade system and creation, so I need to fix that. Re-recipe the Zorg grenade so that it's actually an effective area of denial nuclear bomb, effectively.
Richter, please, you can't do this. We've been loyal. Zealot to you, and your dedication is coming in doubt. You need to prove your faith. One of you will return the fold. The other will return to Adam.
Richter, this is insane. You can't expect us to...
Will there be anything else?
That was violent.
That'll be all, sister.
Thank you, grandson.
Yeah, the admins don't bunk you if you live on the station as a space lizard. Even though it says in the rules that you probably should stay on lawful land.
It's okay. I'm not from Far Harbor. I'm from the Commonwealth.
Quite the journey.
I'm interested in joining. Sign me up.
Decisions of who may enter our...
All right.
Then let us hope he deems there is a small spring.
I don't mind ghost rolls, but a lot of times I get a ghost roll and it's just meh? You know what I mean? Like, I don't mind being a lizard, you know, or a lot of times a syndicate operative that's in the listening post. I like fucking with people, but otherwise there's not much to do. Like, I don't like being an off-station engineer that, you know, woke up from cryo sleep, or a beach a beach bum, or stuff like, or a veterinarian. That's not my style. I've thought about doing free golem, but it seems very one-dimensional, very hydroponics based, which makes sense, I guess, in terms of lava land, but follow the ghostly figure.
This can't be real.
that a woman? Oh, yeah. I think it's a woman. And the biggest problem with me playing ss13 is just, yeah, I don't have time. It depends on map gen, particularly if you get early access to the Pride Mirror. Yeah, well, if golems, usually the miners take the Pride Mirror before golems, especially on Citadel. Because what you do is you go to the Pride Mirror, you change your breed, and you fuck the shit out of someone on station with a weird kink. You turn into a xenomorph and you're like, you want some xeno dick? Like, that's Citadel for you. I've seen that way too many times. And then there's, of course, the Ash Dragon blood, and turning into an Ash Drake, and going from there. But Pride Mirror is a great way to get some interspecies fuckery going, quite literally. Can't see. This fucking filter of me tripping balls! Junkies.
M-O-T-H-E-R. Mother? Could that be the password? Bingo. So, TLDR for my previous field, the miners usually get to it first on Citadel. Especially if they're thirsty. If you know what I mean. That wouldn't be a bad idea. Just do, like, Ghost Rolls server. That'd be pretty fun, actually. Just have, like, a Lava Land only server? Well, theoretically, they're on this different Z level, so the crew, in reality, shouldn't be fucking with you to that extent. People just meta it. Like, honestly, doing stuff that deliberately detracts against the ghost rolls, or specifically searching to intervene with the ghost rolls tasks in general, is metagaming.
I drank from the spring, and a woman led me to...
A woman?
It was...
Adam above. You really did see. The mother is a messenger from Adam. She's the one who led the first of us to this place. If you are prepared to take...
I am ready to follow his path.
Then it will be so. Once you've spoken with him, and here. But know this. Welcome, sister.
Right?
I believe the confessor is wrapping up his sermon. You should head inside.
I try not to metagame too much if I'm crew and I know there's a ghost roll. Like, there was a group of 3 assistants who came up to me when I was the HOP and asked me for access to space travel, which isn't like out of normal part, you know. Yeah, I want to go explore in space. It's something that a lot of them do. But when I find out at the end of the round that they went in space to hunt the syndicate ghost roll, that, you know, the listening outpost, hunt him down and kill him and take all his stuff, It's a little meta for them knowing exactly where it is. I guess they could follow the GPS and call it at that. But I don't know. Seems a little meta to me for assistants on a station to know, effectively what's fragile nanotration data about a syndicate listening outpost. Honestly, I think there should be clearance levels for non-meta information based on what your role is. Like, if you're an assistant, you should not know how to do a lot of things that some assistants fucking know how to do. Like, if you're an assistant, you shouldn't know how to do surgery. You shouldn't know exactly how to break into a safe or all that stuff. Maybe if you're a antag and you've specifically been, maybe you're a covert operations specialist, it just seems weird. Like, there are so many people that are Grey Tiders in the station that know way too much than what an assistant would know. It bothers me a little bit, because then at that point, why aren't if you're playing assistant and you're just like, yeah, I'm gonna go into science and I'm gonna go do this, or I'm playing an assistant and I'm going to build my own crazy, convoluted trap of craziness. Like, why aren't you just an engineer at that point? It bothers me. And I know that there's at times just too many people on the station, so you need to have 12 or 13 assistants, but it's still, you should roleplay a little bit, right? Like, yeah, I'm an assistant. I'm here to learn, and you shouldn't already know. You shouldn't already know how to set up the super matter. Like, I had to fucking meta the shit because the captain asked me to set up the super matter, and I just looked online and I'm like, yeah, I just followed the fucking handbook, you idiots. That's how you set up the super matter on Delta. Sure, it exploded by the end of the round, but it wasn't my fault, I think. But it should still be, you should roleplay a little bit on how you know how to fucking do these things, You should have a little bit of discrepancy.
Last child who tried to claim the secrets within roused the guardians of the base. So unless
Yeah, I'm an assistant, but I know how to make complex chemical grenades to destroy half the station. I totally wasn't. I totally wasn't. Look, I never set up the Delta Station SM before, so when I looked online, it was dated, so there was a lot of stuff that was different, so I kind of just winged it. It didn't explode, it was delaminating by the time we left, so I'd say it was at about 95% integrity by the time we left, so it made it until the end of the shift before it started dying. I think what I did was I didn't have the scrubber control system quite lined up to where it needed to be, so I think eventually carbon dioxide started filling the Gat fruit is more powerful than an SM shard? I have no idea. Oh, that's Xenobio can make Gat fruits, can't they? They come with a fucking 357 revolver. I didn't know it's more powerful than an SM shard. Can't you just vaporize people with an SM shard if you use it right? And you aren't an engineer if you haven't fallen into the SM at least once. And I've fallen into the SM at least once. I've actually fallen into the SM twice. Once because it was my first time as an engineer, and I was setting up the SM, and somebody told me to go into the SM chamber to mess with the scrubbers. So I went into the SM chamber, and yeah, I touched the SM. And ascended to a higher plane of existence. And then the other time, I was a traitor, and I was trying to throw my victim into the SM, and I slipped. And instead of throwing them into the SM, I threw them into me, which then knocked me into the SM. But I'm going to blame the first one on the fact that the person teaching me how to set up the SM told me to go into the SM chamber, which is a piece of shit, because you never have to go into the SM chamber. But me trying to throw somebody into the SM is totally 150% on me. Best use of SM is barbecue. That's the only way to do it. Like, if you have access to the super matter, you fucking throw people into that whenever you want to. Also, people being meta about knowing what trader objectives are. If you go to science like I went to science as an engineer, right? And I've been like, hey, can I wonder what would I'm just here and I have access to the SM. I wonder what would happen if I threw a slime core into the SM. And they're like, yeah, I know you're a trader because that's a trader objective. How the fuck are they supposed to know that? How do you know what trader objectives are gonna do? Like, come on. Like, really? How do you know what trader objectives are? You're not a trader. I could see high value items, but a fucking slime core? Come on. I asked her very nicely if I could have a slime core to throw into the SM, and she's just like, yeah, I know you're a traitor. I'm not going to report you because I don't care, because you don't seem to be hurting anyone, but I'm not going to give you this because I know you're a traitor, and apparently she just didn't want me to green text or some shit. So I couldn't get the slime core that round, and I'm salty because she should have just given me the fucking slime core because she didn't know. You're not supposed to know the traitor objectives. Like, there's a difference between, as a bartender, during a round where there are confirmed changelings, somebody giving you a flask and asking you to fill it up with changeling sting, and you're like, and then you report it, then you give them their changeling sting, and you report it to the fucking HOS, and then, yeah, they're a changeling. There's a difference between that and, you know, knowing exactly what trader objectives everybody is from memory, because apparently your character knows what you know the syndicate agents are hunting for. It annoys me a little bit, but I know nobody's perfect, so I know it's still gonna happen. But you know, also I've had cooks come up to me and as a chemist and ask for cyanide, and I'm like, no, and then they pull a knife on me. And I'm like, okay, fine, you can have your cyanide. And then I get arrested for giving them cyanide. And I say, well, he pulled a knife on me. What am I supposed to do? And everybody calls me a bitch. And I'm like, but that's what you would do in real life. Somebody fucking threatening you. And you're like, yeah, fine, I'll give you your fucking cyanide. Jesus. Ow. Shit. I don't know. I like to roleplay my characters. I would roleplay them, you know, in a real life situation where cloning is a last resort at best. Because cloning is a last resort. It should be used as a last resort. It shouldn't just be, hey, yeah, I can go and jump off a cliff. They'll just clone me. No, it should be, I don't know. Exactly. Like, yeah, fine. I'll just fucking fly out into space for no reason and die. But, bro, you're gonna die. No, they can just clone me. It's fine. No, you don't do that. It should be last resort. That's what I do like about Paradise Station, I believe. I believe it's Paradise Station. They kind of consider cloning to be abhorrent against the normal flow of nature, which I think is a little extreme. Because personally, I would think cloning in the way that it's presented in ss13 would be a viable way of getting somebody back, you know, from death that you can't, from unrecoverable death. But even so, it should still be taken less as a, hey, this is just a get out of jail free button. Also, dabbing to death Because you take brain damage from that. Why do I fight 2 legendary Assaultrons? Because people that get arrested just dab, like assistants especially. Unlimited meg size. That's great. I like that. So people that get arrested sometimes dab themselves to death. They take so much brain damage from spamming dab that they die, and then they get auto-cloned because they had an auto-cloner set up, which is stupid and should not be allowed, should be considered meta. Like, yeah, I'm glad that got removed, because that is not okay at all. Okay, I think I can start up Dima's memories now. Yeah, it's very, very, very meta.
If you're listening to this, then you made it inside my memory banks. Take a moment. I know it's a lot at once. The architecture you're seeing is data. My data. When I'm plugged into the chair, this is what I see. You're using an earlier version of that technology. A brain waves scanner instead of a direct neural wire. Look around. Do you see that yellow column in the distance? That's long-term memory storage. That's your goal. But you can't just retrieve that data yourself.
I'm glad it got removed. It never should have existed in the first place. And the people should have gotten punished for using it, I'd hope. Because it's meta. It's so meta. I even think people, sometimes the things that assistants do is just too meta. Like, I understand that Great Hiding is not... It's not as bad as everybody says it is. Because I guess it keeps everything interesting. But I still think there should be a limit to what assistants should be able to know and do. Like, I can understand if an assistant knows how to hack a door, or how to build a spear, or stuff like that. But when assistants can robust 90% of the security force and consist of some of the most powerful and elite and experienced group of Space Station 13 players just so that they can dick around, it's not okay. Because that's really what it is. Assistants consist of the most powerful and elite and experienced group of Space Station 13 players. That's what they are. Because the experienced and elite group just wants to dick around. They don't care enough anymore. And that's why I left, because I didn't want to become that. I left for a little while because I didn't want to become a Great Hider. So now I have a refreshed mindset, and I'm ready to play the game as it should be played. Not just because I want to dick around, you know. I don't know. I think they should do stuff with gating. Just at least a little bit. Like, if you've been playing Space Station 13 for 3 years, I don't know if you've ever heard the name Suru before, but yeah. That's perfect example.
Medical facility underneath the VIM. Pop factory. Coordinates downloaded.
A lot of people on TG are the same way. Is a Lizard on TG is a great example. He's one of the most robust players I've ever seen period, end of sentence. But he's only ever an assistant. And it bothers me. It just bothers me.
Sentry has detected active intrusive program.
Like, you could be the best captain in existence, but you choose to be an assistant because you don't want responsibility. And I think that
Program detected.
yeah. Yeah, I just there's the game's not perfect. And I think that the biggest part of its imperfection is the experienced community that choose to you know, fuck off and do something else and be great hiding shit, be great hiding and self-antagging, and that's the worst part. I think that the game itself, assistant is a great thing for a new player to be, but not
Attrition of intrusive program.
but not like that, you know. You shouldn't be able to robust the entire security force as an assistant. That shouldn't be possible. Yeah, if you can get the crew against them, it helps. But Suru was so well known in Citadel that it didn't matter. If you had Suru, you win. You converted Suru to the cult, it's over. It's over. It's to that extent. And he was always an assistant. Every once in a while he was a detective or a security officer. But Chris Blois is another good example of a person that's very experienced and I respect very much for how skilled he is at the game. But he's just an absolute shitter. He's just the shittiest of shitters.
Memory retrieval at 100%. Verifying.
I'm getting distracted. I'm ranting on about experienced people, and I'm getting distracted from the game that I'm playing. Chris knows what he's doing. Oh, well, yeah, Suru is much better than Chris in every sense of the word, but Suru doesn't play anymore. So right now, the people that I can think of are really, like, Suru, like, he is one of them, and then you have, like, Chris Redtail, but he's an admin, so he doesn't play too much. Chase Redtail, sorry, and then you have like a bunch of different people that are just assistants mostly. Ray and the person that's hop all the time, Amy Page, is another crazy one. She's really good at the game. At least she takes her job seriously. I do respect Amy for what she does. Oh, son of a fuck. Oh, of course. Yeah. I can out-robust Chris. All you need to do is learn his moves, and he's really easy to fuck up. I need to move it back over. I was right the first time. And I'm not saying I'm a robust player because I'm really not. I'm a bitch. And I really would probably be better suited on an HRP server simply because the first thing I do is ask questions rather than pull out my taser and start fucking people up. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Rather than, you know, ripping out a taser and arresting somebody. I'm definitely not cut out for kind of that. I'm much more of a strategist. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm much more of a player that is focused on deception and strategy and stuff like that than, you know, having to bust out the the toolbox and start robusting. Oh god, you can't RP on TG. Not anymore. Oh shit, whoops. You can't RP on TG anymore. It's bad. It's really bad. Like, I respect the people that play on TG because goddamn are they good at this game. But you can't fucking RP on TG anymore. You have two options.
Intrusive indexer detected.
Survive or kill everyone. Those are your two options. If you're not an antag, survive. If you are, kill everyone. No repercussions. And you need to know what you're doing. If you are trying to RP on TG, you need to know what you are doing. And you need to know who you're trying to RP with.
Intrusive indexer detected.
Because you can RP all you want, but if there's an assistant with blood in his eyes, you are going to die. It's not going to matter.
Data breach detected.
If the guy with the double E sword whips it out on the hop line and starts cutting people up, yeah, that's welcome to fucking TG station. Of course that happened, but just about the worst thing you can do as a trader is whip out your double-bladed E-sword in the hop line. But people do it anyway.
Data block recovered. Good. Just keep doing what you're doing.
Because I guess they want some blood right away at the start of the round for innocent people that probably aren't their targets.
Memory retrieval now.
Dude, there's the clown on the person that mains clown on Citadel right now, Honkers, is quite the fucking clown. He knows what's up.
One more to go.
YouTube, a copyright claim was created for. God damn it!
Sentry initiating erasure.
Did I get copied for this stream already? For station. What? Space Station 13? Is this an old video? Jesus. Anyway,
Sentry has detected active intrusive program.
takes an ops team including Jesus, that a clown fighting ops with a marauder and base gear. Oh my god. That's one hell of a fucking clown, man.
Sentry has detected active intrusive program.
I just have to wait for the fucking indexers to yank all the program juice. Yeah, that's one robust clown. So, I do have to say, some clowns are really fucking nutty.
Unauthorized indexer.
Yeah, some clowns kick ass because they know how to fuck with people. And the one thing a clown can do is just mess with the station and fuck people over. Because that's what clowns do. They fuck people over. It's very good at fighting technique. I've wanted to play clown, but I feel like some of the things that I want to do I would get bunked for way too much. Like the pranks that I would want to play just would be too problematic. Like yeah.
I've isolated the wind turbine powering Far Harbor's fog condensers. A kill switch command will leave them defenseless from the fog and its creatures. But now that it's done, am I really capable of this? This massacre that I've engineered? I'm going to remove the command code from my memories. I'll bury a hard
Just thought I might mention, Dima is just about the worst person in existence.
Additional location data appended. Coordinates to the kill switch command code and the wind farm maintenance building.
Mini lad. I'll watch that later. Yeah, I'd play clown, but I couldn't get away with some of the shit that I see clowns do on a daily. I'd want to do some stuff as a clown that I just could not get away with. Like, goddamn, the admins would have a heyday with me as a clown. Because of course I would want to fuck over everyone's day. I'd go to the hotline and get as much access as humanly possible and just start fucking with people. I'd go to botany, I'd make overpowered bananas. I'd go to chemistry, I'd start making lube grenades. Like, people would just have... I would get so much power. I'd start breaking into places just to make bombs. Like, it would be hilarious. But, alas... I need to go downstairs, that's right. But alas, unfortunately, yeah, I'm not gonna do that. As much as I want to fuck with the station to an extent that would get me banned, I'm not gonna fuck with the station to an extent that would get me banned. I am still a reasonable man, and I still believe. Have you ever tried making thermite in a salt and pepper shaker? Bro, I've made thermite in spray bottles. Because what I do with thermite is I use it against clock cultists. A clock cult's greatest enemy is thermite. The greatest enemy of a clock cult is thermite. So what I'll do is I'll just put thermite in a spray bottle or in a beaker or something, and I'll just spray it on a wall, and then I will, and then I'll just light it, and I'll just melt away into the, all the way through the arc, and just kill everyone, and just fuck over all the builders' dreams, or a maxed out heater. Oh god. As much as that sounds like a lot of fun, it's another way to get myself blanked. Are there more cold blocks somewhere? I don't think, are there any more cold blocks anywhere? Or do I need to make a 1-by? I think I need to make a 1-by. Damn it. There are very few code blocks in this map. Maybe that's the gimmick. If I had no repercussions for my actions, I could fuck everyone today. But unfortunately, I do have repercussions for my actions. And I get watched by the admins a lot. I really do. Because there have been times where I've gotten, you hear a voice whisper in your ear. And I'm like, bro, are the admins seriously watching me? I'm just a random fucking cultist that's trying to fucking survive. I didn't know that I had an EMP at my disposal. Come on. How am I supposed to know that? I haven't been on in centuries. Yeah, it's fun if you pull it off. You know what's even more fun if you pull it off? Being an Atmos tech and plasma flooding the station and fucking everyone's day. I know how to do that. I can wire that up.
Detected in long-term storage.
All you need to do is just put plasma in a distro in the distro loop and then shut off all the regulations and the alarms, disconnect all the wires, turn off all the Atmos detectors, and you have a great time with the station being completely and utterly on fire.
Good. Just keep doing what you're doing.
Of course, everybody knows that you're evil as soon as you do that. but but it's hilarious. And I'm probably one of the 3 people that can plasma flood the station in a minute. Yeah. I wish you could do fuckier stuff with hacking and everything. You can do that in Goon Station. Goon Station has code that enables a lot of that. Pretty much means you can control very strange aspects of the station from completely remote aspects. But if you want to hack, go on Goon Station.
Sentry beginning erasure protocol against unauthorized indexer.
Because Goon Station is has that whole capability.
Sentry has detected active intrusive program.
But it's in depth. It's hard. It's hard to do.
Sentry initiating erasure of intrusive indexer.
A good hacker can screw over everyone's day in Goon Station.
That's 100% verified. Good job. You can use the
I hate it.
stream to access the next memory.
I hate it. It's horrible. It sucks. TG, it's just like TG's new updated wiring. It's horrible. It's not okay. It sucks.
Get away from me. What the hell are you? It's me.
I think it's too problematic.
You're my brother.
Wait, are you talking about...
I don't have a brother.
Are you talking about the way the engine works and produces energy and, you know, being able to hotwire the engine and all that stuff? Or are you talking about the laser that makes you a ton of gold? That makes you a ton of money?
Stay away from me.
The laser. Oh, that's a good idea. It kind of superfluizes the point of cargo. But, the biggest problem with that is it does. It completely breaks the eco. And I mean, at that point, what, like, with the SM, what's the point? Like, there's no... with the Goon Station engine, there's 1.25 billion different ways to set it up to where it makes variable amounts of energy. The SM is textbook, super easy, smooth, not a problem to set up at all. And then it's done, and then you're done. You know? And then, so it's just like, I think it'll be free money. Free money, and I don't think it should be, I do not think it should be a thing on TG code. They would need to port the Goon Station engine. I mean, yeah, you could do the animator setup, but how's that gonna help you? You know, I mean, yeah, it'll encourage crazier ways, but all that's gonna do is make the round shorter, because people are gonna fuck it up, and then they're gonna explode everything, and now there's a singularity on the loose. Or, you know, now the station doesn't have any power, because somebody wanted to make a ton of money from the laser, and decided to explode the engine, and fuck up engineering. So I think it's a double-edged sword. I mean, if it's hard to fuck up, then it's just free money. Like the Goon Station engine is ridiculously tough to get right, and to get to a point where using the PLU is the laser is worth it, you know? But the SM is just it's just free. I don't think the SM or any of that should be tied to a laser that gives you free money. It'll just break the economy. And then what's the point of having cargo at that point? Just order all your guns? I mean, okay. And then what are you even going to do with all that money? Oh boy, the nation-state of Cargonia has transcended time and space, and we have become so rich that we have so much money and that we don't know what to do with. Like, why? What's the point? I don't know. I do not think it should be a thing in... Can you? Thank you. Also, it kind of trivializes the miners, because a lot of what the miners do is make money for cargo. Like, I know that, you know, the miners are supposed to provide resources for science, but if you have a good miner, science is never, ever, ever, ever going to be able to use all the resources that you provide. With one good miner, and a lot of stations have 3, especially on Citadel, which has 3 pretty good miners. Like, all the miners in Citadel are pretty good at what they do. So, like, do you just want to trivialize your miners even more? So that they go to the fucking Pridesmere and just sex up all the thirsty furries, like, I mean, yeah, cargo is very underutilized. I think cargo could be a lot better, just in general, because you start on station with enough resources to provide you permanently. Cargo never needs to order more botany trays. Like, cargo never needs to order you know, more medical supplies. They don't need that. So what's the point? Like, mostly cargo is just getting insulated gloves, hard suits, and guns. That's all cargo is used for. Like, I think you should have a very finite amount of resources for each station, and if you run out of shit, you need to call your QM and you need to say, hey, you need to order this, or we're not going to be able, or we're not going to be able to heal you if you start dying. You know, we're out of healing supplies. Which would kind of, if you have a good chemist, you should never ever run out of healing supplies. But it's just an example that I could come up with because I'm a medical staff. That would be hilarious. Or have, like, I don't know if you've ever been on Good Station and you've seen the loafing machine, but have, like, a tube system that delivers, that isn't disposals, like, have an independent system of transportation that goes straight to departments. And say, hey, your cargo order is in, and then, bing, you have a crate in your deliveries. And that has the stuff that you need. Yeah, I mean, right now the cargo techs are effectively just pack mules. Their sole purpose is just to carry freight. And I think that's dumb. I think that underutilizes them to a very extreme extent. Because guess what? I think cargo should be more important than just move freight. I could get the meme, thanks Tex from the Black Pants Legion, but I don't think cargo should be I don't think the sole purpose of cargo should be to pick up crates, and the cargo tech should be to pick up crates and move them. I think they need to be the the red blood cells of the station. Oh god, I'm such a fucking weeb. But I actually have never seen that anime. But they should be the red blood cells of the station. The delivery, the people that make the decisions. I reckon if you make cargo more interactive with all the departments, it could lead to far more interesting rounds with a higher variety in meta. Yes, that's true. However, giving cargo techs more power also means that that if your cargo tech becomes an antagonist, it becomes very problematic because now you've lost such an integral part of the station. Because whether we like it or not, you're still gonna have roles that are, you know, antagonists, that if they are antagonists, it doesn't cripple the station. If they decide to fuck off and go, I don't know, destroy something. And people are like, oh yeah, if you want to be an antagonist, just play assistant. No, don't play assistant if you want to be antagonist. Play a role that's not an assistant, and maybe, just maybe, the gods will give you will give you antagonist. This is the hardest fucking one of these to set up. Why are you going inside the code block? This is the hardest fucking coder relay to set up. The hop is not, well, in Citadel, actually, the HOP is all of services boss. However, the QM is still cargo's boss, because the QM is considered a head in Citadel. Okay, why isn't this fucking work? Why is it going inside the block? This is fucking bugged as shit, and I'm annoyed. Why is it going in the block? Okay, fine. Put a block there. Now you go in front of the block. There we go, fucking finally. Oh, it's hitting me. Okay. Yeet. I only have one. I should have two. I can probably get the one. No, I can't get the one from the middle. I think there's another one somewhere on this. I think it's up on top, maybe? Or is it the one in here? Maybe it's the one in here? No, I didn't have one in here. Oh, it's that one. Yeah, okay. Oh, this needs to be farther forward. Needs to be like, yeah, here. This one. It's gonna invert it. I know how to rotate them. I also think normal people shouldn't know what trader items, which trader items are trader items, because then everybody just knows what to look out for. I think there should be levels that people should know about which, like who should know what each item, you know, does. How about how many people should be present for, I don't know, just, there should, an assistant shouldn't know as much as an HOP. That's what I'm saying. An assistant should not know just as much as the captain knows. A doctor should not know more than the CMO. And even if they do, they should roleplay that they don't.
First data block recovered. Good. Just keep doing what you're doing. Complete memory retrieved. You can exit the simulation at any time.
Memory file identification 0Y-8K7D. Converted to audio transcription.
It will be hard to simulate.
I've discovered a curious record inside the pre-war data files of this submarine base. The Marines here were equipped with an advanced model of combat armor. There are several suits already in the base, in various states of deterioration. But there were more shipments of the armor on its way to the base the day the bombs fell. They could be in prime condition if the sealants have held. I have no use for them. You never know. Maybe they'll be worth digging up one.
I guess I can't ask the player base's spaces.
Armor shipments tracking
FTL,
coordinates downloaded.
FTL13 is not.
Simulation in 3, 2.
It's not much of a thing anymore. It's kind of dead. Fallout 13 exists, but FTL 13 does not. Alright. So we have successfully retrieved Tina's memories. I know way too much about the fucking game to have been gone from it for, what, a year? I feel like I know too much about... I shouldn't know as much as I do about the game after a whole year, you know? Like, you'd think there'd be people that would have grown to be smarter than me after a year. But... people still surprise me. Cans! Great source of steel and aluminum. And I say I'm good at the game, but I'm not. I'm horrible at ss13. I'm really good at role-playing. I'm really good at delving into a character and RPing out situations, and I can talk my way almost out of almost anything if the other person is willing to roleplay alongside me, but sometimes, a lot of times, you can't. You have to set down the RP and pull out the taser. That's just my opinion.
To be expected.
I could have struck. It was just too late. But I waited until they left camp to hunt. Then I snuck in and emptied all the water I gathered into their provisions.
And it's not like I don't play other games, as you can see, because I do. I do play other games, but ice cold beer. Jeez, wait, 0. Where's my rat away?
You could see the glow if you looked close enough.
So that's why I haven't gotten Lemon Lamb. Did you stay and watch?
I wish I had. But I figured if the fools won't come to Adam, then Adam will come to the fools.
To go alone with a super light RP ski because they knew what I was trying to set in motion.
Yes, we will come.
Yeah, sometimes if the admins catch on, and the admins in Citadel really do understand when I'm trying to RP through a situation, but they've told me before that they can't fault the people that don't. I can never force somebody to RP, you know. Like, I can't force an MRP player to have an HRP situation just because that's the way that I work. I can't do that. And I understand that. How many goats for a can of Sprite? 0 goats. But I'd take 3 uranium. Sorry, my friend just asked me how many goats for a can of Sprite, and then he had an invoice on what he was offering, and one of them was uranium. So fuck it, I'll take some uranium. All right. So I have to get the nuclear launch key. It is fun if folks catch on. It's quite a bit of fun once people start realizing, wait a second, this guy is actually trying to roleplay his way out of shit. And man, have I roleplayed my way out of shit. Like, if I'm a trader and I don't have any trader items on me, I can roleplay through so much shit. And then I'll turn around and throw a chemical grenade at them, and then they all die. Then I get blamed by the admins for mass killing. You know, I was thinking, because now with the way that FermiChem works, blue space beakers aren't as powerful. So pretty much they don't. So because they die at, you know, high acidities. So I need to use metamaterial beakers, which have 200 units instead of 300 units. However, metamaterial beakers I can make much early game and cheaper. So if I re-edit my my Zor grenade recipe to 400 instead of 600 units, I will be able to mass produce cheap and effective Zor grenades in a relatively short period of time, because meta beakers are almost always available from pretty much the start of the round. What? How did that not hit? Okay, fucking. You can't put mousetraps in boots. I got pranked by the mime once. He put a mousetrap in a box, and I grabbed onto the box. Oh boy, I got pranked by the mime. How the fuck did that? What the fuck? Jesus. Okay. Can you shut up? Thank you. You know what would be really fun? Putting a mousetrap in a dildo, and then throwing a dildo at somebody and mousetrapping them. Because that's a thing. Yeah, I don't fucking know how those 2 bullets didn't hit them. Like, what the fuck? I think maybe it was just the gun, because this gun can hit fucking anything. But, and not this one, but jeez. I don't know how that didn't hit him. It is explosive! It uses explosive ammunition! You see little bursts of flame when it hits somebody. That's the explosive ammunition. Who the fuck uses explosive weaponry in a stealth mission? Okay, I do, but... Yeah, that makes sense. If I was using, like, a rocket launcher. This is probably the most busted gun I've used in Fallout. It's super accurate. It has no recoil. It does a lot of damage. Always check your corners, kids. A gnome! I'm cannot get in. I'm cannot get in. I'm a gnome! I'm sorry. You know what I could use? If I really wanted to one-shot people, is this thing. This thing is not very accurate, but pretty much what it does is it fires 2 things that deal as much damage as like a nuke, as a mini nuke. So it's pretty strong. No, well, explosive shotguns are fun, but not a Gauss rifle. I have this shotgun, the Ithaca Model 37. It's pretty solid. Uses slugs. Very powerful. Oh, fuck. If you're wondering, yes, there's a lot of mods on this Fallout game. You probably noticed by now, but yeah, there's a lot of mods. A head slug shotgun? I don't know what that is.
Hey! Hands where I can see them. Now, where is the key?
Franny, put the gun down. What exactly do you think you're going to accomplish?
My job. You're going to give me that key, and I'm going to get paid.
Hey, the world's over. Are you really... Ah!
Oh.
Scream all you want, Arnie. Everyone
With the junk jet.
just you and me. Now focus. Where is the key?
Rot in hell! Ah!
We can do this all day, Arnie.
Fine. The hell's it matter? It's on the boat. Fringe Cove docks. Combinations 44, 6, 75, 12.
Now, was that so hard? So long, Captain. Now where the hell's the release to this?
Killed her on the way out. Yeah, there's a lot of shit you can do with the junk jet. I've never used it. I don't use heavy weaponry because I think it's clunky and overrated. Just like I don't use power armor or VATS. I don't use VATS at all. I hate it.
That's it.
But it's the selling point of Fallout. Fuck it. It's not good. Makes the game too easy. Too RNG based. I bet I would hit. I have double the accuracy without VATS that I do with VATS. The only thing I like using, I would use VATS on is, what? Oh, yeah. The only thing I really would use VATS on is, bugs. Like blood bugs and, stingwings and stuff like that, because they're so fucking hard to see, to hit. Yeah, since you avoid a lot of incoming fire, yeah, that means that the game is a fucking easy button. It's an easy button. There's the reason why I never played Magic in Dark Souls. Because it's an easy button. And I'm not into that. Tesla armor, oh my god. Ow. Oh god! I just got 2-shot! Okay, maybe I'll use a better gun. Ramming speed on fast forward. Just get vored by some gulpers. Every furry's dream. Die by getting vored. I've heard a person be like, you can digest me if you want. I can just get cloned. That's fucking weird, man. That's fucking weird. Wait, am I back at the start? Oh no, I'm outside of the mansion. Oh, like anal vor? I can't fast travel when enemies are nearby? Oh, fuck. Oh, it's these guys. I'm not into that. Oh, wow. Oh, like cockvor? Yeah, I've seen some bad shit. Trust me, there's a guy named Fyro in my server, and yeah, he's shown me some weird shit. I'm not into that. I'm a furry, but I'm not into that. I just like the way that furries look. They're cute. And fluffy. I'm not into, you know, getting bored. Or CTF or CBT or stuff like that. Friendly Xeno, stowaway surprise. That'd be fun. I'm not gonna kill you. And eat you. Alright, round 2, now with a better weapon. I missed. One shot. The fuck did Doggo go? Why is he getting fucked? This gun is busted. I'll show you how much damage it does. $434, 2 shots, 100% damage. It does nearly 500 damage. Good night. It's probably the only gun in the game with bullet travel. Come on, where are you? Fuck critting. There's no point. That's why I don't use VATS, bruh. Bruh. Fuck your crit modifiers. 434 damage is sick on a rifle with no VATS. What do you want me to use? A Gauss rifle with 100% crit that refills my action meter, my VATS point meter on a crit and just spin around, critting everyone in the fight? Well, yeah, that's a great idea. I do. I have a 3.0 stealth crit modifier. Is that a glowing? Oh, fuck. But I haven't been using stealth crit because I haven't been in the situation where I can use it. And generally, I don't really need that much damage. I don't need 434 times 3. It is not this one. I think that's New Vegas that has 15x crit. You can get a 15x stealth crit on this one with a melee weapon, but not with a ranged weapon. Oh, these were synths. Oh, that's sad. So if you have like a melee weapon, you can get 15x crit, I believe. And I know in Skyrim, if you have a dagger, you get 15x crit. Brotherhood tactics? Like run around in a suit of power armor and a laser cannon and just run over everyone?
Nice.
Because if it's that, then no. Because I don't like power armor. I don't like how clunky it is. I don't like the resource management system. And I don't think it provides enough benefit for what it is. Jesus, that thing like one-shot me. Nuclear launch key. Use the launch key to destroy the nucleus. I wonder if I could talk to anybody at Far Harbor about the launch key. Probably. I can tell the High Confessor about it. Confront Dima. Oh. Vehicles including tanks. I don't know, probably maybe New Vegas. I'm not sure. Fallout 4 is the only Fallout I have ever played. Okay, I have played Fallout 76, but that doesn't count.
You track Kasumi. I'm impressed.
I hope you don't mind, but I had Chase shadow you. She saw you entering and leaving the nucleus. So, what was in my memory banks? Are we closer to resolving the conflict on this island peacefully?
So, everyone here in Acadia is a synth?
Yes.
Oh.
I have a memory of yours about a nuclear launch key. You knew how to detonate the sub in the nucleus all along.
Give me a moment. I need to remember for myself. So, I chose to forget the launch key even existed. Poor Confessor Martin. Was I lying to him all that time? The submarine is rusted into the dry dock. The only target that missile is ever going to hit is the base itself. The nucleus. Where the children of Adam live. We have to keep that key out of the wrong hands. The nucleus has innocent
That's pretty
people
fun.
living there among the zealots threatening Far Harbor.
That key is the answer, Dima. We should destroy the nucleus.
You're serious? How would that solve anything?
Acadia can't stay neutral any longer, Dima. We need Far Harbor to survive. Help them get rid of this cult.
Nuclear genocide is not acceptable. No matter the circumstances, we have to find another way. My memories have to hold an answer where both sides can live. Have you found anything else?
One of your memories was about a kill switch you...
Let me see this. I remember.
Ooh.
I was afraid
Feels a little
the
XCOM-y,
Harbor would
eh,
turn
Alex?
against us. See us as too different for their precious island. So I made a contingency plan. Then I hid the memory. Because I couldn't even stand knowing, what have I done? If the children of Adam were to ever get a hold of that code, they would destroy Far Harbor.
Don't worry, Dima. The children of Adam won't get that code. I'll protect Far Harbor.
Good. Now we
That's
just
probably a
need
good
to
idea.
find some way to end this conflict. Have you found anything else in my memories?
Who are you?
I came to this island, but after my escape felt secure. One day, it finally... Was there anything else?
I should get going.
Of course.
Let's talk to Far Harbor. I never played XCOM, but I think that's the vibe I'm getting from that game. It's an XCOM vibe. To where you're pretty much fucked if you start losing. You're pretty fucked. That's brutal. Oh, Jesus, it's 5 o'clock. Oh, I should probably get off. Ugh. I've been streaming for 3 hours. I still need to work out, take a shower, Oh, I'm sick though, so I really shouldn't use the gym. Get ready for school. Gotta love 8 p.m. labs, right? I want to see if this guy has anything to say about.
Mainlander. Great. You helped us on Mariner's Hull, but we didn't need it. This is our island, our fight, not yours.
Hey, buddy. I was just trying to help.
Charity makes you weak. What happens next time when you ain't here, huh? Or the next? But there's one exception. That is, if you meant what you said to Avery about the children of Adam. Anyone willing to put those bastards down, I'll sell my top-shelf ordnance to with a smile.
Show me what you got.
You got it.
Admiral's friend. Radium rifles are pretty good. Somewhat. Napalmer. Oh boy. Irradiated fuel. Well, I think I am going to close down the stream, Alex, because I do still have quite a bit to do today, and if possible, maybe I'll record an SS13 video if I get done with all the shit that I have to do early before I go to class. So I think I'm gonna close out the Fallout stream for now. Maybe go record some SS13 and stuff. Yes, I have a video that is ready to go that I'd love to, fucking render, but gotta love fucking Sony Vegas for not giving me my license fast enough. Whatever. Should be up probably by mid next week, maybe, max, depending. But thank you very much for sticking around and listening to my crazy shit. I'll see you later. Adios. In the near future, trademark. That's a good one.